So I have a big belief that our 20s are really meant to be sort of like the playtime of your life. You know, you just got out of school, likely in the workforce now. This is the time to get out there and explore the world. I actually want to tell the story of a a little project I did in high school that has now inspired me to want to travel the world some during my 20s and, of course, the rest of my life, really. But before we get into the video, I sort of wanted to quickly explain the sort of the Minecraft Rambles and Build My Future videos. Build My Future is going to be discontinued, where I can't really fit a theme for it. Mine is just building and talking while building. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. And usually when I play, I kind of have something to talk about. And this world's just sort of background footage. Like, I'm just sort of playing this world as I go and going from there. Like, you guys aren't going to see every little thing that happens. So from now on, every single video that takes place in this world, more than likely, is going to be a Minecraft Rambles video. Just because I sort of want to be able to give better continuity. Because I'm sure that a lot of folks watch these videos, but also watch the Minecraft content, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. If you're here for the footage, by all means. That's our other targeted audience. So yeah, I just want to clear that up. And there's nothing else really. I've also, before we tell the story, so across the little ocean here, I've mentioned that the city's going to be over there. I have actually changed my mind. That area is now going to be sort of the where all the farms and such are, stuff that I don't really want in this area. So you might be asking, well, Braxter, where are you going to put the city now? Well, I went on to Chunk Base for the first time, actually, and I found a much better area that I'm going to build this city in. And so it's about 5,000 blocks away, pretty much. So, and sort of the big reason why I'm building this city farther away, sort of try to keep a bigger division between this area and a city, but also I want an ice boat highway. Call me crazy, but I really want to build one of those. So, I've got some ice. I don't have an ice farm, so yeah, I've also, see, because I kind of realized now with having having those command blocks in the Nether, I'd have ghasts and pigmen spawn in there. The pigmen aren't the problem. It's the ghast, or sorry, piglins. I'm still on old Nether stuff. I have ghast spawn in there, and also it's too easy to access. So I thought, let's put a little bit of effort in. I have to fly about like 1,000 blocks that way to get to the stronghold, navigate the stronghold, get into the end, kill an enderman to get an ender pearl, unless I bring them with me, and then finally I can actually get to the command blocks. So that's how I'm getting my ice. Shh. Nobody needs to know. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to, for now, build an ice boat highway in the Nether, just to be able to quickly get to and from the places, and at some point we might build another one on the overworld, but we'll see. Anyways, so in my junior year, is that what they call it? Junior year, high school? My brains just went out of whack for a minute. I think I'm okay. So, my first year in high school, we did this project. I took a geography class, and our big project for the semester was to construct, write, and we didn't have to present a 20-day trip across Canada, which is the country I'm from. So, what we had to, so the rules went like, you had to go to every single province and territory, and you had to do it within 20 days. Your budget was unlimited, and you could just drive or fly, do whatever you need to get to each place. But rather than it just be some boring thing, it actually turned to something pretty fun. So pretty much it was just more like a oh crap. It was pretty much more of a like a fun English project. See, I'm not one that likes English class too much, but this project, on the other hand, it was fun because you could actually really make something that was very fun and such, and you could make some bizarre stuff, which I did. I added some funny characters and such, and the thing is, I sort of based the story. At the time, I had this massive crush on this girl. I've actually talked about her before in an earlier video, but yeah, so it was just her and I that went, and we encountered some different people, and there was this one recurring character that we'd meet. So we started in my home province, in Atlantic Canada. I'm not going to say what it is, of course, but we start here, and then we get to Nova Scotia. That's kind of when sort of the story really begins and such. So we encounter a bad driver, I think. A troll, basically, out on the road. Because, get this, I was driving a transfer truck hauling Kit Kats? I think it was Kit Kats. I'm not sure what it was that I was hauling, but yeah, I was hauling Kit Kats. So hey, why not? I love chocolate, so I'm gonna be tempted to go to the nearby store and get one now. Oh, great! Now I just set myself up. So, anyways, yeah, so that's how that story starts. So we cruise through Nova Scotia. We just encounter a weird driver that just wants to troll, blah, 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 blah. We carry on. We cross the massive strait to get to Newfoundland. We go through there. We make it all the way to St. John's. This is where we first meet that recurring character. And so I think, did we break down or something? Or was there another troll driver? I can't remember. I do have the project still, though. Actually, I should get it and read it once I'm done with this video. So, actually, what I could do is actually retype it, since I'd have to change some things in it, obviously. Yeah, I could, yeah, so I'll do that. Anyways, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. So, we make it to St. John's, and then we hop on what was called a Eurocopter, which is this very high-speed helicopter that's now been long discontinued. It was a cool thing, though. You could fly very fast on that and such. So that's how we got around from St. John's to all the territories. So we went to Nunavut. We went to Iqaluit. Oh, what else did we do there? We I think we just sort of spent the night there. We didn't really do anything extraordinary. Then we flew to Northwest Territories, and that's where. See, I was for a little while. I've been interested in those tandem bikes, like that could hold two people, and such. So I kind of threw in a little funny part. It's like, yeah, we get into a little, we wipe out because it got icy up there, and such. So then we fly to the Yukon Territory. It's about the same thing there. Then we get to British Columbia, where my Chevy Silverado is waiting for me. Yeah, a Chevy Silverado. I don't know why I picked that truck, but okay. I'm not really much of a truck guy, so I don't really know much about them. The only truck I've driven, I've driven two trucks. I've driven a Ram 1500, and I've driven what was the other truck? I think, was it a GMC or a Silverado? I'm not sure. It was, my fiance's truck. So yeah. So yeah, that was kind of the territory. So then we just drove from west side of Canada back home, and so yeah, it was pretty much just driving, really. We'd stop at some places. Ontario, we spent like 2 or 3 days in and such. But yeah, so a lot of that story and kind of getting to know more of Canada really, really inspired me to want to actually explore the country and do my own 20 or however many days across Canada. I think it'd be a pretty cool thing to do. But it's also really inspired me to travel the world and such, and just really to experience life. Because, see, my previous video, I believe, was called Gen Z's Cooked, and I talked a lot about social media and such, kind of how a lot of our generation, or I should say my generation, is well, we're basically the generation that has gone from not having technology to having technology, and we're sort of the big pivotal point. Gen Alpha, the current generation, is different. They have technology from the get-go. Which, of course, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but, I mean, we've already seen some things, of course, so I think we kind of know where it's heading. But anyways, we're not here to talk about Gen Alpha today. Anywho, so... yeah, so a lot of our generation just doesn't really get outside much and do stuff. It's quite sad, to say the least, because there's so much of this world to see and all that, and I think that, like, when it comes to money too, like, I know for a lot of people, and I know I gotta tread carefully saying this, but, like, we shouldn't really let money put fear into us, as in, like, we shouldn't let it scare us into not doing things. You know what? Like, yeah, like, we have to save money and worry about our future and such, but we still gotta have some fun in our lives, right? You know? Because you have to have fun in life. You're not just gonna, you know, go to work, go home and such. Like, yeah, you know, maybe when you have kids, things are different. And see, I don't have kids, obviously. Like, don't quite understand that part as much, but I know that, like, life changes once you have kids. But see, I would reckon that a lot of my audience is my age, or add or subtract 5 years or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at the stats on that side of things. But I feel that we've really been conditioned to just not have fun as much. Like, not as in going out partying, drinking, that kind of stuff. Like, that's, I mean, me personally, that's not my kind of fun, but I'm not gonna be the one to judge everybody. Be like, nah, you can't do this or that. No, that's not what I'm trying to do here. But see, even just like traveling and such, like, yeah, it's bloody expensive. Like, my my trip that I'm about to do here soon, 30 days from recording, by the way, which is really hard to believe. Really looking forward to traveling, but see, my plane ticket cost me about $1,000, sorry. It was like 800 or something like that. Now, like, yeah, it's pricey, but, like, I'm not gonna worry about it, right? You know what? Yeah, like, I see, and the thing is too, is I bought my ticket before the whole thing with Iran went down, so I kind of got lucky in that regard. But still, I didn't know that was coming. But still, like, I've made it a point on this channel, and it really ties into the biggest motto on my channel, is to just live. You know what? Because, again, we only have so much time in this world and such, and, you know what? One day we're gonna die, and we gotta make the most of our life. Because, I mean, we don't know the true answers, but we may not get a second life. Maybe it is heaven or hell. I don't know. But get out there and travel. So, yeah, I'm kind of all over the place again with this video, but yeah, it's so funny how a little project like that turned into my favorite project of all time. I was about to say favoritist. Oh boy, English teachers are gonna hate me now, as much as I hate English class. Ha ha ha. But yeah, it's just funny how life works. How it can do all sorts of wild and wacky things. It can bring you to people that you wouldn't have never expected to appear in your life. Like, it's insane. Yeah. So that's a bit of a shorter video today, but I sort of wanted to, I want to start telling more stories as well, like just kind of little one-off stories. doesn't always have to be these crazy ramble videos and saving the world and such. Like, sometimes it's just nice to sit back, relax, play some Minecraft, and tell some stories. But then I end up trying to cook a couple lessons and such. But yeah, a pretty small story, so I think that's why I sort of ballooned it into a little bit more of a little advice-giving stuff. Little advice-giving stuff? Bruh, what? My English is broken. You see why I hate English class? Also, mind all this stuff here if you're watching the footage. I was messing with attributes and such. Messing with health and such, like here. Or no. Like, what would happen is if you could add health and you get like 100 hearts and such, and it's kind of funny. I like to mess around sometimes, like I just for the fun of it. I wasn't giving myself 1,000 diamonds or anything like that. I don't need to get that many diamonds. Or actually, I already have plenty of diamonds as is. Anyways, that's enough rambling on this video. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions of like stories I could tell, feel free to leave a comment, and I may or may not tell the story. I'm not going to tell anything that's crazy personal, obviously, but I mean, fire away as long as it's safe for work. That's the biggest thing, is it has to be safe for work. There was this random comment that people might have seen from this, I would reckon it's a bot account, that said something in my Life is Hard But video. We're just going to leave it at that. So, yeah, on this channel, just so we can be all on the same page, it is to be safe for work. I'm not diving into weird stuff. That's not what I'm really looking at here. Like, you know, I'm trying to give advice with today's world and such, but I'm not here to help with that kind of stuff. So, sorry, you can go to a different channel, or, I don't know, go to your fancy site, whatever. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. As always, stay safe and take care.